Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all having a lovely weekend so far. So today is the day where we head home back up to Scotland again, and we have had a fantastic time in Yorkshire over the last week. One of our final points to touch on whilst we're in Yorkshire is that we managed to get a very special Too Good To Go bag from Walled Top Brewery. Now this is the only Too Good To Go bag or box or whatever you want to call it that I've been able to find over the last couple of months, which involves alcohol and alcohol only. So I'll just show you very quickly the front of the bottle. So it is Walled Top. So it's a benchmark session IPA, and that's the front of it there. So this probably took us around 25 minutes to drive out to the brewery to get this, and I must admit it's probably one of the most rural Too Good To Go boxes or bags you will ever find. It's probably the steepest hill, at the top of the steepest hill I have ever driven up in my life. We literally could see for miles and miles and miles. It was a one-car track road, and thankfully we didn't see anyone else coming the other way towards us whilst we were on our way up, but it was very rural indeed. But when we got there, the staff were lovely. It was a really nicely laid out sort of brewery setting, and I know that they do tours as well. They had ample parking, and as I said, staff were lovely, very accommodating, which was nice to see. So we took a bit of a punt on this. So I took a bit of a punt on it because I don't drink beer. I have tried it, I'm not a lover of it, but we thought that it was something a little bit different whilst we're down here, and we were able to drive out to the Wolds, which is an area in Yorkshire, and obviously the brewery is called Walled Top Brewery. So it's an alcohol content of 4.2% volume. It is gluten-free as well, and the description, I'll just read it out to you. So it's a 330ml glass bottle, vegan friendly as well as gluten free, 1.4 UK units of alcohol per bottle, and it's a highly hopped session IPA. Hop forward flavour with a balanced malt base gives a very drinkable session IPA. The ingredients are water, hops, barley malt, oats, yeast and beer. That's basically it. So the product of the United Kingdom, Great Britain, which it is here, and they advise you to store it upright in a cool, dark place. Please drink responsibly, and obviously the UK Chief Medical Officers have their little bit at the bottom of every alcohol drink, so they recommend adults do not regularly drink more than 14 units per week, and they do not advise drinking throughout pregnancy, which I'm sure we are all aware of. So they do have a website for anyone who wants to look at their website online. So it's www.walledtopbrewery.co.uk, and it is based in Driffield, which is YO253HS, imported into Italy as well, which is quite interesting, isn't it? So they must like it over there. So anyway, I'm not a beer lover, as I said. My husband is a beer lover. He does like to drink it occasionally. He did have a small sip of the bottle that I've got, another one here, earlier, and he said it was really good, it was nice. Certainly from my perspective, I'll just have a quick smell of it for you. So smells just as I would expect for beer to smell. A very, very sort of rich, oaty, hoppy smell. Yeah, as I would expect it to smell like. But yeah, I don't really have much like for beer, unfortunately. Like I said, I have tried it a few times. It's not really my thing. I'm not a big drinker anyway, I'm really not. So I'm not going to drink something I don't like just to drink it for the sake of it, if you know what I mean. So let's pour it into this glass. I'm sorry it's not a beer glass, but these are the only ones that we have. So that's it there. So it's got quite a wee foam on it there. Lots of nice bubbles in the glass as well. And just settling a wee bit there. I'm not sure whether to just try this because it'll be funny because I don't like beer anyway. But yeah, I don't. It doesn't smell any different to it being, you know, in the air as it was to in the bottle. It smells the exact same. Oh, I feel like I need to give it a try now. I'll do a small sip. It just tastes like every other beer that I've had, unfortunately. I can't give you much more info than that. It's not as bitter as I've tried other ones before. It's not as bitter as the other ones, but it's not something that I would go and grab a bottle of, you know, out of the fridge or whatever. But anyway, obviously that's some people's thing and that's absolutely fine. But I know for a fact my husband will enjoy these, and we got a box of 12. We got 12 glass bottles worth. So they do come obviously in this sort of package here, in our sort of cardboard box that we got given it in. It's all sealed up as well. So they had different ones on the app. We went for the benchmark session just because it was sort of mid-range in the sort of price on the Too Good To Go app. So all in all, for all of these bottles, we paid a total of, I think it was £8.80, which is the most expensive Too Good To Go bag or box that we have ever bought. So we started reviewing Too Good To Go products and bags sort of 17th of February earlier this year, 2023. And this is definitely the most expensive one that we've ever bought, but I obviously understand it as a more premium item, you know, and it's not your normal day-to-day thing that you would go and get. It's certainly not my Too Good To Go thing that I would go to get. But as I said, it was a local brewery. It was about 25 minutes away, but we were going out today anyway. So we thought, well, we might as well just go and get it whilst we're out exploring the countryside. And obviously, as I said, it was a little bit more rural than what we thought it was. But we got there and we got back in one piece and we were absolutely fine. So the original price for this was £22. So it would have been £22 to buy the sort of case of 12 bottles, which I think you'd probably expect to pay that price. Maybe even a little bit more. I'm not really sure the sort of pricing of beer. It's not something that I would buy, obviously, but I think £8.80 for all of this, that's going to last a good while. You know, James probably have one, maximum 2 a week, if that, over the next couple of weeks or so, if the weather's a little bit nicer or whatever, you know, and that's fair enough. It just means we've got a little bit longer use out of it as well. Now, as I said, I think for what we got, the volume of what we have, you know, 330ml bottles times 12, you know, we've got quite a lot of alcohol there. I think for what we paid is a really good price for people that do enjoy it. And I know, as I said, my husband had a try of it earlier and he said it was quite good. He really quite liked it. And I think, you know, if it's your thing, if you're in the local area and you're able to get there, they do have a really wide sort of collection window. So it's any time between 9 a.m. and 4 p.m. When we were going out, we phoned ahead just to say that the traffic was really busy, as we were a little bit concerned we weren't going to get there quite in time, just because it was quite a rural route up to the brewery. It is, as I said, honestly at the very top of a big hill, and the staff were lovely. They were really accommodating, and they did say that we weren't to worry about being there a minute or two late. We were there just after 4, and they said that was absolutely fine, which was lovely because it took the pressure off a little bit. You know what it's like, you know, I'm not from this area. I don't drive around the countryside much in this area, so when you're trying to get to somewhere you've not been before and you know it's a very rural route, you don't want to feel under pressure, because you obviously need to take that little bit of extra care on the roads as well, don't you? So but yeah, it was a really good experience. It's something that I have not seen on the Too Good To Go app anywhere in Scotland yet. Anywhere between sort of Glasgow, Edinburgh, Falkirk, Stirling, sort of central belt area. And generally, if we're out for the day on the weekend, we will check, you know, Glasgow and Edinburgh, depending on which city we're going to. And the surrounding areas as well, just because if we're already there, sometimes it's nice to, you know, if you're already there, to make the most of the app and see what you can take home with you after your day out, or collect it whilst you're out to have for lunch or as a snack, whatever it is. So yeah, I hope this has been a slightly informative review. I know I don't have too much information in regards to the beer itself because I'm not much of a beer drinker, but feel free to have a wee look at the website if it does interest you. I hope this has been enjoyable because it is a slightly different review. I understand that if you're not a beer drinker like me, or you're not an alcohol drinker at all, then that's absolutely fine. It might not be your video, it might not be something that you enjoy watching, and that's absolutely fine. But I think for the people out there who are interested in sort of, you know, the area surrounding Bridlington where we're staying at the moment, and obviously the wider area that surrounds it, it's just something to bear in mind if you are wanting to do things when you're down in this area as well, like go up for they do like a tour. They also do like weddings, parties and things like that up there as well. And yeah, it was lovely. It was set in a nice little sort of courtyard setting, which definitely pleased me before I even went in to collect it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any comments, if you've tried this Walltop Brewery beer before, or if you've heard of it, let me know in the comments below. It is in the small village of Driffield, and if you are keen to have a look at the website, feel free to do so. Obviously we're not getting paid for any of these reviews that we do. It's just something that might interest you in the local area if you want to sort of support local breweries and things too. And as I said, this is our last day in, or full day in Bridlington today, so I'm quite gutted that we're going home. I really am, but fortunately for me, I've still got another few days annual leave left, so I won't be back at work for at least another couple of days, which it means I can relax. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for coming along on a journey with us over the last sort of week. I hope it's been informative, and I hope you have enjoyed all of what we have shared with yourselves. So thank you so much for watching, and take care. I'll see you once I get home. Thanks. Bye.